Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're going to learn how to play Warhammer 40,000. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Warhammer 40,000 is a tabletop battle game in which players unleash armies of miniatures in action-packed tactical gameplay. This video will get you started with the tabletop game by focusing on a conflict between a mighty Space Marine captain and a vicious swarm of Tyranid alien invaders. Games of Warhammer 40,000 can be any size. We're starting with a single Space Marine against a squad of Tyranids. Often, winning a game will require you to hold objectives, claim important locations on the battlefield, or eliminate key enemy units. For your first battles, we're starting simple. The winner is the player who wipes out the opposing army. During the game, players take alternating turns. In each turn, every unit can move, shoot, charge, and fight. We're starting our units 12 inches away from each other, so we can demonstrate each of these phases of the game. Each unit has a datasheet. Datasheets tell you everything you need to know about your units and what they can do during the game. We'll find out what each section of the datasheet means as we play. The movement phase is where your army moves across the battlefield to get closer to opponents, take up better firing positions, or claim crucial objectives. Each unit has a movement characteristic, which you can see on its datasheet. This tells you the maximum distance the miniatures in that unit can move in inches. For example, our termagants can move up to 6 inches. You can choose for your units to remain stationary. However, we're moving our termagants. They want to get into range to shoot at the Space Marine captain and later will attempt to charge. The shooting phase is where you unleash the deadly ranged weaponry of the far future upon your foes, from explosive bolter fire to living biological projectiles. Our termagants want to shoot at the captain, but first we need to see if he's in range. The datasheet tells us how far we can shoot our flesh borers. Up to 18 inches. The captain is only 6 inches away, so he's in range. Each termagant gets to make one attack with their weapon. We roll 1 die for each attack, and we need to roll a 4 or higher in order for our attack to hit its target. We roll 10 dice in total, and we're looking for 4s, 5s, or 6s. 6 successes. Now we move into the wound roll. We have to compare the strength of the weapon, which is 5, with the toughness of the target, which is also 5. When the strength and the toughness of the target is the same, we need to roll 4, 5, or 6 to do some damage. We roll to wound for each successful hit. So in this case, we'll be rolling 6 dice. Our hits inflict 3 wounds. However, our Space Marine captain wears some impressive armor, so he'll get a chance to see if our attacks glance off and are ignored. This is called making a saving throw. For the datasheet, we can see the captain has 2+ save. He rolls 1 dice for each wound and completely ignores it. On a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. He failed to save. Even his mighty Terminator armor can't save him every time. This means he takes a single wound. Fortunately for him, he has 6 of them, so he's hurt but still has 5 wounds remaining. The charge phase is where your units rush headfirst at the enemy, eager to tear them apart in brutal close combat. We're going to charge the captain with our termagants. To be successful, we need to get at least 1 termagant within an inch of the target. Now roll 2 dice to see how far you can charge. This is often abbreviated as 2d6. If you roll high enough, the charge is successful. We know the captain is 6 inches away, so we need to roll a combined total of at least 5. If your roll doesn't meet or exceed the required distance in inches, your unit stays where it is and the charge is failed. We've rolled high enough, so the charge is successful. We move our unit so it is in base-to-base contact with the target. In the fight phase, your units have the opportunity to butcher the foe in ferocious close combat, using a variety of deadly melee weapons, from powered blades, claws, teeth, and talons. In the charge phase, our termagants made it into melee range of the captain. Will their numbers be enough to overcome the mighty Space Marine? The termagant's datasheet shows how many attacks each creature gets with their claws and teeth. So they each get 1 attack. That's a total of 10 attacks from this 10 model unit. As with shooting, the datasheet also tells us what we need to roll in order to hit our target. In this case, that's 4+. So we need to roll 4, 5, or 6. We've successfully hit 5 times, but can we cause any wounds? In order to determine this, we compare the strength of the weapon, which we find on the Termagant's datasheet, 3, to the toughness of the target, which we find on the Terminator Captain's datasheet, 5. Since the strength is less than the toughness, we need to roll 5 or a 6 to wound the target. As with shooting, the captain gets to roll a dice to see if his armor can deflect the wounds. This means rolling a 2 or better on each dice according to his save characteristic. Even the furious assault of the void-born hyper-evolved Tyranids couldn't pierce the captain's hulking Terminator armor. And now he gets to fight back. With his mighty relic weapon, the captain gets 6 attacks. And he hits on 2+. He's looking for 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, or 6s on these dice. His weapon is strength 5, and a Termagant is toughness 3. Since the weapon's strength is greater than the target's toughness, he needs to roll 3, 4, 5, or 6 to wound. The Termagants usually have a saving throw of 5+. However, the Termagant's chitinous hide is no match for the captain's armor-piercing power sword, which has AP -2. As such, they don't get a saving throw from the wounds inflicted by the Space Marine's flurry of blows, and 4 of the chittering swarm are slaughtered outright. AP, or armor piercing, and other weapon properties are explained in further detail in the core rules, along with the other more advanced rules for the fight phase. At the end of the turn, the Space Marine captain has taken 1 wound, and he's viciously slain 4 Termagants in response. Next, it's the Space Marine player's turn. The captain doesn't want to move and can't use his shooting attack as he's too close to the enemy. So he can head straight to the cut and thrust of close quarters combat. With neither unit willing to fall back, the 2 sides take turns fighting until 1 unit is slain. The player with models remaining is the victor. Make sure to read through the core rules to learn more about the game, including how to use stratagems to enhance your units, rules for special arcane weaponry which can annihilate your foes, and the effects of battle shock on your units and more. All the core rules of the game are free, and there's a set of quick start rules for new players as well. There's never been a better time to get into Warhammer 40,000, and you're now ready to journey into the far future and join into the battle for the fate of the galaxy. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video.